Hello everybody, welcome to Chile, the beautiful country in South America. We are here in Santiago, and today I have the big pleasure to introduce you my collection of cars, memorabilia and automobilia and toys. My name is Daniel Necker, I'm 58 years old, so I will show you later on everything in details. Welcome. Let me tell you my entire Porsche story or Porsche disease. I'm 58 years old and actually the whole story started 58 years ago because at that time my parents were very good friends with Harald and Christa Wagner. And Harald Wagner at that time was the sales director for Porsche in Germany, and he became my godfather. And when I was about 8 years old and had school holidays, my parents very often sent me to Stuttgart to have a couple of weeks spending in the house of my godfather. And then everything started. He took me regularly to the company. He always had the ultimate car from the factory, which he was showing to his clients. And the best of the best was when he took me out with his new turbo on the roads and on the Autobahn. This was the maximum. I mean, there wasn't anything better than that. I became, as a Christmas gift, always a calendar from him with the latest Porsche cars. So I took the photos out of the calendar and I was putting the entire pictures all over the wall in my room to decorate my room. This was, where the whole disease started. Let me tell you a little bit more about my godfather, Harald Wagner. He's today 97 years old. Unfortunately, he is not in good shape anymore. He has been driving until he was 96 years old. That was last year. And finally, his family decided to take him away his blue Targa because he was a danger on the road. So I think that was hurting him a lot. But still, a man, driving until 96 years is amazing. And here I have a picture from him. That is Harald Wagner. And he was the one who invented the Targa, or let's put it this way. He was the one who gave the name Targa for this model. And this color actually was called Wagner Blue. So quite an interesting story. And Harald Wagner was nephew of Ferry Porsche. Ferry Porsche was the son of Ferdinand Porsche. And here you can see an old photo. This is Ferdinand Porsche together with Harald Wagner in, I think it was around 1957. And with the Beetle, well, everybody knows Ferdinand Porsche was, or has been the inventor of the Beetle. So he has been part of the Porsche family. And then I kept on visiting my godfather again and again, and I learned more and more about Porsche. And he always had a blue car. And this is the reason why every car you see here is blue. This is my first car of the collection because I never wanted to use the car. Actually, the car is today 16 years old. This is a 996 Turbo S. This car looks like a coupe, but actually it is a cabriolet. This was the first car which came with carbon brakes, which have the typical yellow color. You will see that everything is having the so-called wooden look. I like it a lot because it feels cozy. It hasn't seen the road for many years, and probably this will continue to be the case. The problem of this car has been the front lights, because they are quite different than what you are used to see from other Porsche cars. But today it has changed a little bit. People are now getting back and find this kind of car attractive because of the lights. I never had a problem with those lights, but I don't want to say it looks bad. I think I like it. This is by far the most interesting car in this collection. This is a 993 Turbo S, built 1997. The car has only 1,200 miles on the clock. Secondly, the car has a very special color, which is unique. It's not a Porsche color, it is actually a Ferrari color. And the person who purchased the car at that time was requesting Porsche for the special favor to paint that car with this color, which is called slate blue. So it is the only one with that color in the world. There are only 346 cars which have been built from the 993 Turbo S. So this kind of car is impossible to find again. The design of this car is just incredible. I mean, I have the opinion that the 993 is the nicest model which Porsche has ever built. What I love on this car is the smell. I mean, it's still smelling like if the car would have gone out of factory yesterday. I mean, if you look into the car, everything looks like new. I mean, the leather, the panels, everything. So it's an amazing car. I mean, I just love it. I think I forgot to show you the beautiful engine of this car. Now we come to the latest edition of the collection. This is a 991 Turbo S Cabriolet, built 2018, 620 horsepower, 3.1 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers. Well, this is really not a collector's car, but since I have the entire Turbo series, obviously I had to buy this car in order to have everything complete. So this is basically the 6th generation of the Turbo. This car has also never seen the road, so it has just 20 miles on the clock. This is a Porsche 997 GT3 RS, built in the year 2010. It was one of the first GT3 RSs which came to Chile at that time. The only problem which the car has, it has never seen the racetrack before. So basically it's also brand new. It has, I think, only 80 miles on the clock. It is one of 3 cars in my collection which are not turbo. But I really love that car, and I only bought that car because of its color. And I don't regret having bought same. This is a Porsche 930 Turbo Cabriolet, color Venetian blue, built 1989, 300 horsepower. This is one of the last cars built of the series 930. 1989 was the last year where they built that car. But the good thing about it, it has a gearbox which has 5 shifts in total, and is therefore considered to be more valuable. The gearbox comes from a roof and was only placed into that model during the last year of the construction. Now looking back, I made still a very good business, because that car is today very, very difficult to find in such an immaculate condition. So I'm very, very happy to have that car in my collection. And here we have the black sheep of the family. Well, I call it the black sheep because it is the only black car in the collection. And unfortunately, I never found this car in blue color, so I had no other option than to buy it in black. This is a Porsche 964 Turbo, built 1994. 3.6 liter engine. I love it a lot. The car has only, I would say 15,000 miles on the clock, and is also in concours condition. This is a Porsche 356B notchback, built 1960. This is a very special car. It's not a typical 356 as we know them, because that car was originally built to be a cabriolet. Nevertheless, there was a time in the United States where they did not import cabriolets anymore because of the danger to pull over. So Porsche was left with a bunch of cars in the factory, and they had to invent something to sell them. So at the end of the day, they decided to weld a hard top on the chassis, and it has a different line compared to the other 356, which goes like that. So it goes down a little bit earlier here. So it is a very special car. There are not many of them. And I'm also very proud to have this one in my collection. Here we have Porsche 356C Cabriolet, built 1964. That car was purchased in the United States, also about, I would say 10 years ago. And it was supposed to be in a good restored condition, but I was not satisfied when the car arrived in Chile. So we continued to restore things which I did not consider perfect, Today the car is perfect. It is fully equipped, even with the original radio, which I managed to purchase in eBay on a separate basis. For that car, I managed to purchase in an auction 2 little suitcases for kids. They are also made in the beginning of the 60s. So as you see, everything is in good shape here, and this is a car which mainly ladies like a lot, because it's a very feminine car. It's beautiful, it has nice curves. It's just something nostalgic which I love a lot. Here we go with the second Porsche 930 Turbo. This is a coupe, whilst the other one is a cabriolet. This one also comes originally from the United States, and I was fortunate to find it in this color. I never ever saw the same color on the market again, obviously blue. And the car comes with in total 25,000 miles, and I have also done some restoration on that car. The engine, even though it was in perfect condition, I pulled it out and made it completely new again. So every screw, every piece within the engine is brand new. It's a beautiful car. I mean, the 930 is definitely one of the most appreciated turbos you can buy. This one is also built 89 and also has the gear shift with 5 different shifts. So that makes the car also more valuable than the other turbos of that generation. The interesting thing was that this car originally came with a compact disc. Nevertheless, it was never built with a compact disc. So I had to search for an original radio which comes with the tape. And I finally found it also on eBay. It came from another turbo of the same age which had suffered a total accident. And now the car is also with the original Blaupunkt radio, which is for me very, very important, because the car always has to be 100% original. Guys, here we go with the last turbo, which comes with a manual gearbox designed by Mr. Metzger, who unfortunately died this year. This is a 997 Turbo, built 2009, blue. It's also a cabriolet. It comes with a hardtop. The interior is also blue with wooden panels, and the car has also not seen the road since it was purchased. It still makes a pretty quick acceleration of about 3.9 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers. Good thing is, all the cars are basically, I would say 0 kilometers. Some of them, they never have seen the street. They were bought by the dealer or from the dealer, and they were parked here, and they never saw the road again. And the proudness of my collection, I mean, having looked for cars which have not been moved too much.